Hi, you guys. Oh, gosh. Every time I do this, I'm just trying to cross my legs. I don't know why. Anyways. Every man has secret sorrows which the world knows not. And oftentimes we call a man cold when he is only sad. Longfellow. Yeah. Yeah. I've made that mistake, I'm sure. Of assuming if somebody doesn't show emotion that it's because they don't have emotion. And I'm sure I've given other people that impression too. In school, often I would hear that I appeared aloof or snobby or cold. Not cold. Yeah, exactly so. Exactly so. King of Swords is known for, well, has the rep sometimes of being aloof, cold, sword energy, analytical, removed. Not concerned with connection as much as with understanding it, standing at a distance and analyzing something. King of Swords is about understanding, and yet I think often that energy is really misunderstood. So this individual who really is seeking knowledge of his world, her world, their world, is just perceived to be sword energy, an emotionless mofo, and that's not it. The perception is wrong. Which is kind of ironic because this individual is trying to understand something. So what say you, King of Swords? Connection, feelings, love. And often aces are the I card. I want to understand love. I'm full of love. That's what I want to give. That's what I want to pass on. That's what I see sword energy, the opportunity for. But I'm standing back to take a look at it. And maybe it's not familiar to me. Maybe people don't tend to associate me with somebody who's open-hearted. Three of Wands. In fact, love is what I'm trying to manifest. Love is what I'm waiting for. That's really poignant to me. I mean, trying to understand love, trying to understand what it is I'm waiting for. It's this feeling that comes up in me. Oh man, under King of Swords, Devil. Devil is the energy can be of blockage, of fear. Of unprocessed emotion. Can be a card of great passion. Devil is really a misunderstood energy. Often in tarot, people will just immediately go to, it's toxic. I say a lot, that this is also the energy of somebody willing to look at shadow and work with it, Capricorn. Work hard to identify what holds them back. It's also Pan. It's the nature god. It's lusty, it's raw, it's full of life. It's certainly not reducible to somebody who's merely analytical, who's removed from every situation. And King of Swords may be really trying to understand their own shadow. Understand it, look at it, sword energy. Which is really the honorable way to deal with shadow energy. As long as you recognize sword energy that it's you. It's that part of you that you don't want to recognize. And this individual, I think King of Swords is trying to look at and understand the part of them that's been in the dark. Perhaps a relationship that was holding them back. They're looking forward to something beyond that. Like life after, once you've regained your freedom from shadow, once you really begin to understand yourself, what next? What next? This is a card of the future. Under Ace of Cups, Two of Pentacles. This can mean a lot of things, but first off, it's earth energy, like devil energy, like Capricorn. It's almost like I'm seeing this as like the grinding stones that these two pentacles are like grinding stones. Like milling stones. Like the act of processing something in 3D. And it's a decision. It's like working the decision somehow. Pentacles are also a card of work. Working with shadow. As it expresses in my 3D life. How do I see it? How do I work with it? What choices do I make about this shadow energy? This King of Swords wants an opportunity to connect. Ace of Cups, the opportunity for connection and peace. That feeling, wants to discover it. Have I manifested this? Even from this position of stuckness or fear. How do I bring it into my life? How do I make the choices and the necessary changes? How? Consideration, the millstones. Six of Cups, the card that just won't go away. It's the return. It's this relationship that just doesn't go away. It always goes away and then it comes back. King of Swords expects this relationship to come back into their life. I do believe they've made changes. This is often called the dance of change. Over time, I've ground away on this thing to get at the, ground away, millstone, remove the husk, to get at the seed. That Pentacles, plantable, viable, growable seed. Out of shadow, life. Pentacles speak to life and time and work and effort. All of the things that I think are really properly attributes of a Capricorn. Hardest working card in the tarot. And it's also like, there are the chains, working hard to grind away at the chains till you're liberated. And choosing somehow this connection that has a sweetness and an innocence to it. Like the kernel, and once you get rid of the husk, what's revealed is this kernel of connection. Of the connection. On Devil Energy, Major Arcana card 15. It's Pentacle. There's a pentacle right above Devil's head. That's the sign for Earth. Okay. The shadow in this case has to do with a struggle and confusion about what I feel. Exactly what we were talking about in that Longfellow quote about, we see somebody as cold. Not understanding that they're sad. They're confused. This is a card of nostalgia, of the old connection, like missing what they're feeling is, this connection, which may be problematic, at least confusing, is important to decode. Decode shadow, understand the feelings. And this isn't a comfortable energy, but again, it's sort of the millstone idea, that this friction, this conflict, internal or external, removes the husk, reveals the seed. Temperance. Card of Sagittarius. Again, that millstone image, the two cups combining. There's something about the two. On Six of Cups, a card of deep healing and divine timing, a major arcana card of, well, it's the two cups. The two pentacles. The two people involved in this relationship. And this is really, all these three, Devil, Seven of Cups, Five of Wands, seems like it's what stands in the way of this blend, this temperance alchemical blend, but it's actually, somehow the necessary, pre-existing condition. Confusion and struggle. This is a card of working it out. Working out the feelings that we haven't even really discovered yet. We don't really know what they hold. All these cups, all these possibilities, some of which may be toxic, some of which may be impossible to penetrate. But this suggests really in divine timing, yes. The husk will drop away. The sadness, the unresolved feelings, because they were consigned to the corner. They were left in shadow and unexamined. That's what this guy is doing. Examining them, looking at them, trying to figure them out. Wow. On Temperance, Chariot, card of feelings, card of forward movement, a card somehow that recognizes King of Swords and reconciles the two cups, the two sphinx, the kind of double-headed or double-faced, the two possibilities, reconciles them so that there can be forward movement in divine timing. Temperance, temperance, the tempo of something. How to bring something into 3D, perhaps back from the past, and also back into the present, into our daily lives, where we can work with it and on it, bring it back into the light, out of shadow. And it's a struggle. It's not, it doesn't always feel good. It can feel scary. It can feel resistant. I don't want to process that. Just let's look at that later. Shadow energy. It's too hard. I'm too confused, I'm scared of what I'll find. Devil energy, as much as anything else, is fear of the process of discovering, what's in there. Like if I flip on the lights, I just got the image of, if you've ever lived in a city and you go into the kitchen at night and you flip on the lights, often the cockroaches will all scatter. It's a bit creepy. They don't like the light. They don't like to be revealed. And I think somebody has a struggle about that. And it might not even be these two people in Six of Cups. It might be people around them. No, put it back in the box. You might want to look at it. You might be ready, divine timing, to look at those confused feelings and be able to move forward. Chariot, you're looking at it. We don't want to look at it. Put it back in the box. Put your feelings, your sadness, your confusion. Get it out of my face, somehow. On King of Swords, Empress. Card of Divine Feminine. That's softened energy. The energy of love and connection. Venus energy. I think, among other things, King of Swords, this air energy, could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, doesn't have to be, wants to discover their own, the Ace, the love in their own heart. And it might be for this divine feminine, but it also could be, let me discover this feminine energy within. The people who want me to put my feelings back in the box, well, good luck with that, because I carry them inside. I'm pregnant with them. I want to grow my capacity to love. I won't put it back in the box. I can't. and it might also well be that they're recognizing their love for this divine feminine. Can't be put back in the box. It's sort of like, it's not Pandora, it's because that was the releasing of all the bad stuff into the world. I mean, that's a little bit like this. If we open up shadow, we're afraid, devil energy, what will be released is confusion and conflict. But there's a choice to go there, Two of Pentacles, because to go there is to go here, is to allow for and make space for vulnerability and connection and closeness and healing and this is it's a feelings card. It's letting even what scares you come up and out, all of them, 7 of Cups, to discover all the feelings. It also has a masculine element to it in that it's forward movement. It's victory. It's action taking. Risking opening yourself to feelings is in fact very courageous. On Empress, the offer. I mean, it's been very slow going, but it's been in this Empress energy of Earth, Capricorn energy of Earth. This is a card of Taurus. That's where we're at right now. Now is the time, Temperance. And the offer's coming, but boy, is it slow. It had to do with the maturation of, somebody perhaps had to grow up. And to look at love from that analytical perspective, you have to get up close and personal. And to get close to that divine feminine, one of the things you have to get up close and personal with is your own heart center. Be vulnerable enough to make the offer. I get the feeling this person may have to travel. They may have been on their way for a long time. And, to a certain degree, every step of the way, their brain, their sword energy, was checking them. Is this real? Is this authentic? Is this the true path? Somebody, I believe, is waiting for them on the other side. Three in Major Arcana, Empress. 3 in Minor Arcana, Wands energy. Waiting to receive. And we've gotten that again and again too. That, I think perhaps because Empress is a card of great compassion, among other things. A card of home. And it's sort of like offering a warm welcome. I think Empress has compassion to understand what's behind if this person has a cold facade, that they've been through sorrows that other people don't know about. They might also be ready, at long last, to reveal to their divine feminine, this is what's going on behind the facade. This is what's going on behind the facade. It's taking steps toward divine feminine, and this is like the ace, the first step, the first phase of the opening heart. And Three of Wands is a very open energy. Card of Cancer. Card of Divine Feminine. Card of what's coming to consciousness. Not quite there. Not quite there. There's still this anticipation. Because it's rising up. Things are coming out of the waters, where they can be seen and worked with. I think coming out of the shadow as well, out of the unknown, out of the unconscious, where they can be worked with. These feelings, confusing as they are, we're willing to work on them. Pentacles energy in 3D. May have something to do with this full moon. And James Baldwin, props, one of my favorites. Love is the work of mirroring and reflecting each other's light. What does the moon do? Reflect the light. Illuminate the mystery of emotion, of things that come up from the unconscious, where we can see them, where we can begin to process and understand them, even our own sadness. And I think this person may have felt shame, because that's another meaning of devil, like hide my nakedness, I feel exposed. My shadow's going to be exposed. This person will know me, sword energy, and then be afraid of me or push me away. Push me away. And moon is feelings that are so deep. They're at work in our lives, but they're not yet fully revealed in our lives. They might still be in the darkness. Love is the work of mirroring and reflecting each other's light, the light that illuminates the dark corners, the relationships that actually do that in order to be with this, be with each other, in that, connections that make us vulnerable, that we allow ourselves to be understood and loved. King of Swords, Empress, is something we often fight against. Our own sadness, because this is the full, it's almost like once these feelings start to come up and come to light, often in the relationships we care about most, we struggle against it until we make the choice, yes, it's worth it to me, Pentacles energy, worth it, valuable enough, so that I'll step in a 3D way and try Pentacles energy. It's almost like I'll do the pedaling. I'll work my way, Capricorn energy, out of the darkness And it's not by myself. Love is the work of mirroring and reflecting each other's light, back and forth. Reciprocity in 3D. We're still in the light of that pink moon, that full pink moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is a card of feelings too. Water energy. This is Cancer. A season we're moving into out of Taurus. Over time. We live in the realm of time. Of real life. And also in the realm of the archetypal life. It's timeless. It's outside time. And this relationship somehow is outside time as well. Is a card of victory after the struggle, that 5 of Wands, everybody in conflict, trying to work it out. Well, here it is, it's been accomplished. Not for all time, but this one has been worked out. After that 5 of Wands, coming back successful. The waiting hasn't been in vain. Actually have been able to manifest whatever it was, the confusion, the conflict. We were spending time, and it might have been like 2 years, to work this thing out, to accomplish the change. This is a card of reunion and happiness, of release, of joy. Of something coming together. It's friendship, it's happiness, it's connection. While this can be the card of the single person and their opportunity, this is like taking up the cup. Dance of change, dance of joy. I like that. An opportunity for love that frees us from this mental trap. I think King of Swords, had to look at what held them back. The mindset that held them back. Really struggling to get out of those chains that bind. Out of this confusion that they almost took as an excuse, like, I don't get it, so I'm just going to hide. I'll stay in the dark. Something happened that made the choice worth it, Pentacles energy, because what lay on the other side was joy and reunion. 2 threes. 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups is 6, is lovers. Worth the change. It's almost like, I had a friend of mine who said, I'm so shy I couldn't ever reveal myself. Devil energy, hiding in the shadows, until I met this person. And they made me, my feelings for them pulled me out of my shyness, pulled me out of my mindset that was cutting me off from understanding myself and who I loved and what I was willing to do about it. Knight of Pentacles. King of Swords has discovered, the love that was the key that was the key to liberation, to happiness. And if it's not happening right now, it's underway, it's in this process, right? Process of discovery, process of working with what holds you back, wriggling out of those chains, wriggling out of the mindset, what you weren't ready to look at. This is almost like the 3D octave of this. It's hard work, Capricorn energy, and I believe King of Swords has undertaken it. I think this whole reading, while it's about divine feminine, is about this king's effort to know themselves, to free themselves, to discover their own heart, and the pull of the heart, the pull of feelings, the pull. It's been hard work, and it's being rewarded, you know? There's the victory wreath. Victory. Also another meaning of chariot. Victory. The victory lap. We did it. We did it. We'll have to do it again. But we did it. It's discovering joy. I almost don't want to stop because the energy of this reading is like lingering in this, you know, sort of like the emotional bath, the current of connection that moves us, you know, the slipstream. Thank you guys for being here with me for this read, because I think it's a goodie. I love you. Thank you to the subscribers. It's coming in. Like we're getting there. And the more of us that are in this, the faster we flow. Not faster really, but the power of the current somehow does pick up speed, psychic speed. I'll see you next time.